but the crew comes to save her, but this nigga ends up getting shot and the rest end up captured. So as they're hiding, Shorty said she wanted to try something new and tries to sleep with my nigga, but yes sir, we back. Yeah, if you can't tell from the last video, I'm trying to get wilder with these titles, so every time it's Anime Friday, bro, I expect something crazy. The anime today is Anti-Magic Academy 45th Test Platoon. Long ass name. Let's not waste any time, let's get it. Cue the intro. I am atomic. Now for some reason this shit open like it about to cut to Vin Diesel saying cause we are our family. But then we go back to the beginning where we see bro walking, but for some reason he's getting clowned on for having a sword. I mean, to be honest, I would be clowning him too, cause what you gonna do when a nigga got you at point blank range? You gonna throw the sword at him? This nigga think he's John Wick. Anyways, so he finally makes it into the squad room and they're apparently testing out new gear. Also, this is how you know this a good gun type anime. I mean, look at the recoil. So later, Shorty over here is being sent to their squad cause she popped a nigga she didn't have to on the last mission. Talk about loose cannon. So later they go on this mission. These two infiltrating, blonde girl out here sniping and this girl on reconnaissance. So blonde girl snipes them and the nigga busts down the door. But turns out she sniped the wrong building. Like imagine you just in your house and you get killed by accident cause somebody did their job wrong. Nah, you got me fucked up. So now they got our boy held hostage. Now we about to die. Yeah, I take back everything I said about that nigga. He cold. Speaking of cold, look how Shorty came in sliding, hopped out the roof, hit that nigga for Black Widow special, shot this nigga. And now you see this? Like they ain't even hit that boy, they just swept that nigga leg. That boy sorry. Anyways, so she does a backflip off the wall, lands behind him and shoots him. Hits the dodge button, flips the nigga. Then hits the final move. Finish him! Like she just soloed 5 niggas. Forget John Wick, this Jane Wick nigga. And she wasn't done cause she proceeds to solo this fake rhino looking suit and arrest the nigga inside. And of course, they had to remind us what type of anime this is. So the next day, while niggas is chilling, this Jeffrey Dahmer looking dude summons Alphonse and zombies trying to attack the academy. So Shorty tries to take the machine on one-on-one. But they just grab her by the leg and fling her across the yard. And she just got up like it's nothing. Man, hell nah. She must have broken a couple of bones right here cause ain't no way. Anyways, so she pulls up with double pistols. She is Jane Wick nigga. Never mind. Luckily for her, that boy came just in time and he was giving that nigga that work. But that boy Alphonse was not going down without a fight. He hit that boy with an attack, had that boy bleeding on the ground. So of course, you know, this is where my boy levels up. He got a power up, a new suit, and he is now known as the Witch Hunter. Now look how easily my boy fight. But that boy said enough is enough and put an end to all that shit Alphonse was doing. So after this, Witch, who basically their enemy, gets transferred to their academy. She of course needs a place to stay. But Jane Week of course feels a bit jealous, so that boy gets a 2-for-1 special. So while these niggas are fighting in a competition, this nigga was deep in Shawty's guts. Literally. So he traps the group in this cube, and now our boy has to go witch hunt on his ass. And surprisingly, that nigga has a suit of his own too. So the entire time, Witch Girl was working for this nigga because he promised to let her see the rest of her family, but turns out, who would have thought? He already killed him. So the entire crew had to jump that nigga. And of course, our boy had to finish him off. Pose. But of course, he let that nigga escape. Yeah, pause right there. I just want to remind you, if you enjoy it, leave a like, subscribe. Like, let's continue enjoying and making all this content, all this anime and other videos I be losing sleep over. And with your help, I can continue to grow the channel. So leave a like, subscribe if you enjoyed so far, and let's get back to the regular scheduled programming. Anyways, the next day. So let's step away from the action for a second. So Blonde Girl apparently gotta marry this nigga, but she doesn't want to. I mean, the nigga literally gives her a panic attack every time she sees him, cause he basically been manipulated and is apparently also working for a witch who possesses Jane Week. And shockingly, the witch betrays him. Who would have seen it coming? Not gonna lie, this next part was hard to watch because that boy was about to redo off healer. But our boy came in just in time. He beat that nigga ass and left that nigga there in his shame. After he went to take out the witch, and he did with max effort. And with no rest whatsoever. Next episode, this girl goes on a secret mission of her own and ends up getting captured, but the crew comes to save her, but this nigga ends up getting shot and the rest end up captured. So as they're hiding, Shawty said she wanted to try something new and tries to sleep with my nigga, but the helicopters came too early and they couldn't even get down to business. So she paralyzed my boy so he could not follow her. But that boy did not stay down for long. Meanwhile, these two in here having family beef. She turns biracial and turns into a dark elf. Then this freaky ass nigga kills the sister. Then it turns into a dragon. Like, what's up with all these mixed races just running around like they got some freedom? Well, I don't take too kindly if they're kind. Now I'm just playing. Anyways, even so, that did not stop our boy from whooping ass, cause he gets a reach out from Witch Girl and kills that nigga with the last attack. With that solved, that boy goes to see his sister who's in prison for some reason, but he only gets to talk to her for a minute. But apparently that minute was long enough to convince her to break out just to see our boy and ask the one important question. But of course, he said he couldn't, and immediately after that, they come to take her back. So while they're transporting her, they get attacked. So before they could get to her, this nigga tries to kill bro's sister, but he was not having that. So he pulled up and calmed that nigga down real quick. Made that nigga jump off the bridge after his defeat. So once again, this nigga pulls up with one of the worst entrances. He stabs bro through the chest and possibly just killed the only person who can stop her from crashing out and destroying the entire world. I swear with this nigga. So eventually that nigga gets back up and decides to level up and fulfill her wish. He went God mode just to kill her. But he changed his mind and just ends up saving her instead, and that's how it ends. He saved his sister and he got a bunch of girls who like him, who we all know he's never gonna end up with. Like, who wrote this? Who ends a show like this? Anyways, besides the trash ending, I hope you'll enjoyed, and I'ma see you.
30 hertz straight up.
I gotta keep a pop up, yeah. Put a red ribbon on me, fly away on Nimbus, yeah. Headed up to commies, I need me a bag full of senso to get me back started. You don't even know what I've been through. The strain is hyperbolic. I ain't had a session in a minute, but I'm back. Let me finish. I'ma throw on the shade.